Looks like it's time. Let's do this.
It's time to
rewind time.
Before this video starts, I would like to state a couple of things. The following anime that I will be reviewing, well, you already know by the title, all footage, music, and etc., including animations, are owned by its respective companies, so I urge all of you to please support the official release. Without further ado, let's go review my favorite anime. So everybody, it's your internet best friend. No, I'm just playing. This is how it began. It begins with seeing my waifu, aka Yuno. I'll probably be referring her to my wife during this video.
deal with it.
But it starts out showing her in the realm of the gods. In the dub, she says, haha, very funny. It's not funny anymore. Here's a little premise backstory. This is not the original Yuno. We'll get into more of this in the end. But after that, we cut to seeing our main protagonist, Yuki Teruhamane. He is the protag, or, the original senpai. Look at that face. No one love that face. I fucking hate you. I hope you die. So, he's just doing his average everyday life, but except he thinks he has imaginary friends that aren't real, that is basically God and God's little servant Murmur. Turns out, he's real and he's starting up something called the survival games. The next day, Yuki's phone starts predicting the future of the things he does in his daily life. When it happens, he's thinking it's just a coincidence. But then Yuno reveals that it's no joke. She has one too. Their diaries kind of go hand in hand. Hers tells her what happens to him because, she's in love with him or something, whatever. It's not like I care. And his just tells him what's going to happen. Not about him, but more or less what's going to happen. In like a third person's perspective? I don't know. Don't look at me like that, okay? Anyway, a lot of crap happens, and then their school gets bombed and shit, like by 9/11 and the school shooters. But long story short, it's the other diary user trying to kill them all. So long story short, every diary user has their own version of their diary, has its own special use, and if it dies or they die, they're out and they die and stuff. And long story short, this is 9th? I believe it's 9th or 8th? I don't know. Anyway, her real name is Oreo Minane. She's a terrorist, and she is cool. Like, really kind of cool. Like, later on, you'll see why she's cool. But anyway, she's a terrorist, blowing up the school, trying to kill Yuno and Yuki. But then, this is where we get a glimpse of Yuki being ballsy and Yuno being an absolute psychopath. Oh, that's my darling. Oh, look at her. She's just killing all the students. Isn't that beautiful? Oh no. Anyways, after that happens, they kind of work together with another member. The cop, I believe his name is Fourth. Yep, it's Fourth. He decides they want to work together to try and stop this thing. A lot of crap happens, but they end up meeting up with the next diary user, Tsubaki. Look, I'm not scared of her or anything, it's just that it brings back scarring memories that I'd rather not talk about. She is nearsighted, or something like that. She runs this, sex cult or something. I don't know what the writers were thinking, but, she wants Yuki's help for protection because one of her members is evil and stuff, and it's really just a setup. And then, Ninth is, also being captured, and she got her eye gouged out and tortured and stuff after Yuki, threw that dart in it. This other guy showed up saying he could help, but then he, tortured her to reveal the true identities of the others, but she didn't know, and then, she got tortured, and now she's in the dungeon. Look at her, see? Dungeon. Dungeon. Anyways, after that happened, we move on to, the most disturbing thing I've ever seen my woman do in her entire life. All over a kiss. Long story short, after she reveals, haha, just kidding, I'm evil, surprise, I'm evil, after all that, she kisses Yuki, and that sort of sets off the switch in my darling's head. She cuts everyone in half, cuts off both of Tsubaki's arms, like a ninja. Look at that. Can we get a slow-mo rewind, please? Mr. Editor, just bring that back a little. And there we go. There goes her arms. And as you can see, she's bleeding, but then Yuno's been basically fighting all the cult members that snapped, and she's exhausted, so she gives Yuki the diary to run away. She's basically sacrificing herself. In the midst of escaping, Tsubaki threatens to... Oh god. Okay, before I say what I'm gonna say, for those who are very, sensitive to what's about to, sexual things, like rape and shit, now would probably be a good time to leave. Anyway, so she threatens to let the boys have fun with Yuno unless he comes and gives himself up, but he knows it's a trap, but he shows up, distracts her, destroys her diary, she dies. Oh my god, there's so many episodes that I consider filler. I'm just gonna skip the ones that don't matter, okay? So, the next episode is... We're not exactly doing these in order. I should also mention that Yuki's parents are divorced. Yeah, that's also a thing. Yuno's parents are dead because she killed them. Long story short, after a lovely day at the water park and a very cute bikini incident... Oh, God. I mean, an accident. Yeah, totally an accident. I did not do anything that would be bad. I wouldn't do that. Why would me, who's me, do something like that? Anyways, after an incident, she decides to take Yuki to her house to just, chill, relax, maybe get some. But then he walks into a room he shouldn't have walked in, because when he did, he saw dead bodies, and then this happened. And then he ran for his life, hid in his house. And then he heard a blunk at his door and saw her eyeball, and then she says, sweet dreams and stuff. Now, moving on. So, after the incident there... Oh yeah, there was the little boy known as Reisuke, the little child assassin. This kid was crazy. He wanted nothing more to murder Yuno. Basically, he's a kid pretending to be a kid, but he's also a diary user. And they have to fight him at Yuki's house, no less. Yeah, this all goes down. His mom almost ended up getting killed. Long story short, they end up being, there's small attempts at her life. And then they find out it was him doing it, and then he launches out some gas that's poisonous. Then him and Yuno fight to the death. She basically murders a child. It's kind of effed up when you think about it, but in the end it was a fight for survival, getting over it. Anyway, they beat him, and then, then after that they meet the next diary user, which was, I'm running out of these numbers. It's this one girl's dad after they go to the new school, who sends dogs to kill everybody, and then after a while he got killed and all that. And then the cop is the bad guy, and he's out for blood, and he wants to become God so he could help his son get better. But honestly, there's some ties to this whole godhood thing. You cannot bring people back who are already been killed, either in the diary games or with death in general. You can't bring them back after they're gone, even if you have the god power. And basically why Deus started this whole thing is the fact that he's dying. He can't keep doing this because it's killing him. So long story short, he has a time limit. He needs a successor. And if he doesn't get one soon, he will die. So, long story short, crap hits the fan, more users, blah 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 blah, temporary users. Oh, and the dreaded episode 13 where Yuki gets kidnapped, tied to a chair and spoon-fed by Yuno and nothing but her underwear, then his friends save him. And then he gets slapped. After he slaps the girl, she's like, why you do this and all that. But then, after that happened, he left, ran away. But then the new diary users show up, this couple, I think they're 7th and 8th, I believe. Yes, 7th and 8th. They show up, and they're trying to kill Yuki at his friend's house. Yuno does some freaking epic knife deflection. I mean, look at it, It's some freaking ultra instant. Yo, play that ultra instant music from my zone. Yeah, there you go. Anyway, she gets beaten for the first time, and Yuki doesn't fight, and the guy basically, he's like, you're not even worth it. They get rescued, brought to the hospital, and Yuki's dad shows up. Fun things happen, then their phones are taken, by the way, their diaries are taken by these guys, and then they're holding it hostage, I don't know, they're playing around, and then, Yuki's dad is sort of a bad guy, but he doesn't know he's a bad guy, but then he turns out to be a bad guy, because he ends up killing Yuki's mom, which was really effed up. after all that happens, and the setup and stuff, and he escapes without his kid, really vowing to be good and all that, and then this happened to his dad. I hate Yuki more or less because I'm jealous a little, because, you know, it's my girl, it's my babe, gonna give her everything I want. But then this happens, and even though I can't stand the guy, but I didn't think he deserved this. Yeah, his dad gets murked, and he starts, like, vomiting like crazy. Yuno's there to kind of comfort him, but deep down she doesn't care. Then a whole bunch of other stuff happens, like with the mayor being a diary user, and they kill him, and then it turns out the world's gonna end. They just don't want to kill either of each other. They have a night of love and passion. And then he was thinking something, then she went crazy, tries to kill him, and then in the end, she goes to him. Then this is when it gets revealed. The Yuno that we have been seeing for all these episodes is not the real Yuno. You see, the Yuno in episode 1 looks like she was already God, and she was. Because Murmur reveals this wasn't her first time. This is her second iteration. Long story short, this is the Yuno from a different dimension where she convinced Yuki to let her, you know, kill him so she could just bring him back and they could be together in the next life. But it didn't work, so she found out she could go to another world and be with another one. But it's also about to repeat itself, so she's like, okay, next iteration. So she snaps, Yuki follows her, she's about to kill another iteration of herself, and then she does it. Always make me cry, no matter how many times I see it. I will always cry when I see this. She sacrifices herself for him by ending her own life, letting him become God, to let the new Yuno live a happy life. Sorry guys, I always get emotional when I see this, but she does it, she lets it happen, he becomes God, and then I like the OVA where she gets her memories back from the original Yuno who died, and she gets to be happy ever after with Yuki in the end because she goes to the world of gods and she's with him. But it's just an OVA, not canon.
The definition of what canon actually is: canon anime is original content from an original creator that is part of the original story.
You guys don't know how much this anime really means to me. I know what you're thinking, like, dude, it's just a TV show. Why are you getting all emotional with it? I don't know what it is about this character, but I love it. I love the character, the show, the music, everything, the animation. It's just something that speaks to me, I guess you could say. In the end, you know, there's some animes out there that'll just do that. You know what I mean, guys? Anyway, if you can excuse me, hope you guys have enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like, comment, sub. Huh? Yuno, what are you doing here? You saw all of that? Please don't hurt me. Oh. I love you too. Well guys, thanks for watching. So long. And remember, your future is what you make it. Come on, Yuno, let's go home. See ya! Flying Nimbus!
Wish we had better timing to explore this attraction.